Hi garden friend, are you excited about trying to start flowers from seed, but you don't really know where to start with your setup? Today I'm showing you my flower seed starting station setup, and I've only been growing flowers from seed for 3 years, and last year I grew over 300 flower seedlings. This has been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done in gardening. I've been a master gardener for over 30 years, and I'm still learning. So let's go check out my setup. Let's go, shall we? Everything starts with the shelving unit, and this is where I think a lot of people overcomplicate things. Now, this is just a basic metal shelving unit. I probably purchased it at the big box store. Nothing custom or fancy about it, but what matters is that it's sturdy and it gives you multiple shelves or levels to work with. This gives you vertical growing space, easy organization, and the same conditions will be across the shelves. You don't really need anything elaborate here. Simple and stable is more than enough. So let's talk about lighting, because this is one of the most important parts of seed starting. Now, some people use grow lights, some people use shop lights. I use a combination of both. And when you're choosing lights, there are actually two things to pay attention to: brightness and color temperature. Now, brightness has to do with lumens, and the cooler light for seedlings would equate to kelvins. Let me quickly explain the light specs. So lumens measures brightness, and that's how much light your seedlings actually get. Kelvins measure color temperature. So lower is warmer and redder, and higher is cooler and bluer. For seedlings, you want full spectrum light, around 5,000 to 6,500 kelvins, which actually mimics natural daylight. That's it, brightness and color. That's a simple way of putting this, and I'm just trying to keep it simple. Now, I have a pulley system on some of my lights, and this is where the pulley system comes in handy. I hang some of my lights with adjustable pulleys so I can raise or lower the lights as the seedlings grow. Let me give you a demonstration. So I've got a pulley system here, and it's super simple. Now I've just got it attached with an S hook, and this pulley system is also, I've got this little hook here that opens and closes in order to attach it to this shelving unit. And with this pulley system, all you need to do is push up and it lowers the light, or raises the light as the seedlings grow. It has easy adjustment, keeps lights at the right height, it prevents seedlings from stretching, and no fussing with chains or rehooking. This adjustability makes a world of difference. I don't have to think about it. I just move the lights up and down as the seedlings grow. Now, this method is called daisy chain. Now, what I've done here is taken this light and plugged it into this light, and I believe you can attach up to 6 lights by using this method. And then I'll take this light and plug it into the power strip. I absolutely use heat mats to help seeds germinate. Not all flower seeds have the same needs. Heat mats help with germination for certain flower seeds. But once the seedlings are up, the heat mats aren't necessary any longer. They've already done their job at that point, and keeping them on longer than necessary can actually stress the seedlings. Now, I'll put a list up here so you can see the flowers that I start from seed that actually need heat mats to help with germination. So let's talk about the trays that I use, because this is a really important part of keeping seedlings healthy. I use seed starting trays from Gardener's Supply. They're sturdy, reusable, and they're designed for bottom watering. Inside the tray is a platform with a capillary mat. Water goes into the tray and the capillary mat wicks water upwards. Roots absorb moisture evenly. So this allows me to bottom water instead of misting from the top. There's such a thing as called damping off disease. Bottom watering helps reduce the risk of damping off disease, which can happen when seedlings are too wet on the surface. By letting the roots pull up the moisture from below, the leaves stay drier and healthier. You can just take the trays apart so the system works exactly how you want it to. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. Just like that. Now let's take a look at the one thing that changed everything for me with flower seed starting. One of the smartest things I ever did was invest in this. Now, it wasn't too much. However, this is a power strip that you can set and forget. And by that, I mean there's a timer here where the lights will all come on at one time for whatever you've set the timer for. Now, 12 to 16 hours a day is the length of time where I put my lights on. Now, this has 4 different plugs on either side, and there's a little switch there. And I'll show you how this works once we've got everything set up. Now let's see if it works. After putting the shelving unit together, putting the lights up, including the pulley system or the chain system, which includes the daisy chain system, we figured out our trays, our heat mats, and we've hooked it all up to the power strip with the timer on it. So let's see if it works. Ta-da! I'm so happy. Can you believe it? After setting up the lights and doing all the things, we've got magic here. Now all we need to do is figure out what seeds we need to grow, whether or not they need heat mats for germination, how long our lights need to be on, and what kind of trays you'd like to use. It's totally up to you. I just wanted to give you some ideas about how I use my shelving system and my seed starting station setup, or my germination station. I'm so happy. Now I'm ready to go. I hope this has given you some inspiration today. I hope you're having a great gardening day, and I'll catch you in the next one.